Hello everyone. Today our topic is Central Civil Services Conduct Rules 1964. Rule number 13. Gifts. Save as provided in these rules, no government servant shall accept or permit any member of his family or any other person acting on his behalf to accept any gift. Means, as a government servant, you and even your family should not accept any gifts. Here explanation. The expression gift shall include free transport, boarding, lodging or other service or any other pecuniary advantage when provided by any person other than a near relative or personal friend having no official dealings with the government servant. Means here gift means free transport, boarding and lodging or any other pecuniary advantage means any financial advantage from a person other than relative friend who has no official dealings with you or your work. Okay. Note 1. A casual meal, lift or other social hospitality shall not be deemed to be a gift. You can, as a government servant, you can accept casual meal or lift or any social hospitality as it is not a gift. And note 2 is a government servant shall avoid accepting lavish hospitality or frequent hospitality from any individual, industrial or commercial firms, organizations, etc. having official dealings with him. Means as a government servant, you should not accept expensive hospitality. Lavish means expensive. Frequent hospitality from a person or organization or firm with whom you have official dealings with. Okay. Rule 2. Sorry. Point number 2 in Rule 13. On occasions such as weddings, anniversaries, funerals or religious functions, when the making of the gift is in conformity with the prevailing religious and social practice, a government servant may accept gifts from his near relatives or from his personal friends having no official dealings with him, but shall make a report to the government if the value of such gift exceeds. Means on weddings, anniversaries, funerals or any religious functions as a social practice, you can accept gift by near relatives or personal friends with whom you have no official dealings up to the value. For Group A post 25,000 and Group B post 1500 and Group C 7,500. 7,500 for Group C, 15,000 and 25,000 for Group A. Okay, if the gift exceeds these values, you shall make a report to the government. In any other case, if a government servant shall not accept any gift without the sanction of the government, if the value thereof exceeds. In other cases, like not weddings or funerals or any other functions, in the other cases, a Group A and Group B post can accept 1,500 means 1,500 and Group C and D can accept up to 500. If the value exceeds these values, you should get the sanction from the government. Okay. Fourth point, notwithstanding anything contained in subrules 2 and 3, a government servant being a member of Indian delegation or otherwise may receive and retain gifts from foreign dignitaries if the market value of gifts received on one occasion does not exceed rupees 1000. In all other cases, the acceptance and retention of such gifts shall be regulated by instructions issued by the government in this regard from time to time. Means, if a person working in foreign representing India gifts from foreign dignitaries worth up to 1000, it depends on government instructions or rules in force at that time. Okay, a government servant shall not accept any gifts from any foreign firm which is either contracting with the government of India or is one with which the government servant has or is likely to have official dealings. Acceptance of gifts by a government servant from any other firm shall be subject to the provisions of Sub-Rule 3. Means, as a government servant should not accept, no gifts may be accepted from foreign companies that have, means that have or likely to have official dealings in future. In even in past, he should not have official dealings with that particular foreign firm, he or the government. Gifts from other foreign firms are governed by normal gift rules as of Sub-Rule 3. Means this one. Group A and B 1500 and Group C and D 500. 13A. Dowry. No government servant shall give or take or abet the giving or taking of dowry, or demand directly or indirectly from the parent or guardian of a bride or bridegroom, as the case may be, any dowry. Means, a government servant shall neither give, take, demand nor assist in giving or taking dowry. Okay. And explanation. For the purposes of these rules, dowry has the same meaning as the Dowry Prohibition Act. Dowry means as defined in the Dowry Prohibition Act 1961. So, dowry means property, valuable security, cash or gifts demanded in connection with marriage, before or during or after the marriage. Okay. Coming to the rule number 14. Public demonstrations in honor of government servants. No government servant shall, except with the previous sanction of the government, receive any complimentary or valedictory address or accept any testimonial or attend any meeting or entertainment held in his honor or in the honor of any other government servant. Means, a government servant cannot, without prior approval of the government, receive any complimentary or valedictory address. So, what is meant by a complimentary address? Means a public speech or written appreciation in their honor. Okay? And valedictory address means a farewell speech or message. And should not accept any testimonial. Testimonial means a memento or written appreciation presented in recognition of service, or attend any meeting or function, entertainment organized in their honor or in the honor of any other government servant. Okay, without the previous sanction of the government servant should not accept any of these, provided that nothing in this rule shall apply to a farewell entertainment of a substantially private and informal character held in honor of a government servant or any other government servant on the occasion of his retirement or transfer, or any other person who has recently quit the service of any government. Means, these rules are not applied to simple private or informal farewell held on occasion of retirement or transfer, or for person recently left the government service. The acceptance of simple and inexpensive entertainments arranged by public bodies or institutions means government servants may accept simple or inexpensive hospitality arranged by public bodies or institutions. For example, we can say a government university invites an officer to a modest lunch after delivering a lecture. This is generally permitted. Okay. Note: exercise of pressure or influence of any sort on any government servant to induce him to subscribe towards any farewell entertainment, if it is of a substantially private or informal character, and the collection of subscriptions from class 3 or class 4 employees under any circumstances for the entertainment of any government not belonging to class 3 or 4 is forbidden. Means no one should force any government servant to contribute money for private farewell function. This is the first point. And the subscriptions means money from class 3 or 4 employees for entertaining a government servant who does not belong to the class 3 or 4 are strictly prohibited. Means, for example, we can say if a junior staff are asked to contribute 500 rupees each for grand farewell of a senior officer, this is not permitted, especially if they are pressurized to contribute. Okay, clear? Let us go to rule number 15. Private trade or employment. Subject to the provisions of Sub-Rule 2, no government servant shall accept the previous sanction of the government. Means a government servant cannot do the following without the previous sanction from the government. Okay, let us see all the points. Point A. Engage directly or indirectly in any trade or business. Means the government servant cannot do any business or trade. Means example, run a shop, company or conduct any business. He cannot do. Negotiate for or undertake any other employment. Government servant cannot take any other job like part-time work or should not accept any other employment. Okay. Hold an office, elective office or canvass for a candidate or candidates for an elective office in any body, whether incorporated or not. Means a government servant cannot contest elections or campaign. As we have read, he should not interfere or involve in any political parties or any activities relating to the political movement or activity. Point D. Canvass in support of any business of insurance agency, commission agency, etc. owned or managed by any member of his family. Means he cannot promote family business to advertise others to join in any insurance or similar businesses. Okay. Take part except in discharge of his official duties in the registration, promotion or management of any bank or other company registered or required to be registered under the Companies Act 1956 or any other law for the time being in force, or of any cooperative society for commercial purposes. Means he cannot participate in the registration, promotion, management of companies or commercial cooperative societies except as a part of official duties. Okay. Participate in or associate himself in any manner in making of a sponsored media program or a media program commissioned by the government media but produced by private agency, or privately produced media program including video magazine Means he cannot participate in certain media programs like sponsored TV program, radio programs, or private video programs. Okay, no previous sanction is required if it is done officially. Okay, that is the point, provided that no previous permission shall be necessary in the case where the government servant participates in a program produced or commissioned by the government media in his official capacity. Means he did not require any previous permission if it is done officially. A government servant may, without the previous sanction of the government, means the following are the points in which the government servant is allowed to do the following even without permission from the government. First is undertake honorary work of a social or charitable nature. Means he can undertake any honorary social or charitable work. For example, blood donation camp, or he can organize any donation camps or helping NGOs without any payment. That is a charitable work. Undertake occasional work of a literary, artistic, or scientific character. Means he can he is allowed to do like writing books, articles, painting, or delivering a scientific lecture, and participate in sports activities as an amateur. Mean he can participate in sports like playing cricket, running, or marathon, etc. Okay, take part in the registration, promotion, or management not involving the holding of an elective office of a literary, scientific, or charitable society, or of a club or similar organization, the aims or objects of which relate to the promotion of sports, cultural, or recreational activities registered under the Societies Registration Act 1860 or any other law for the time being in force. Means a government servant can help register or manage sports club or literary clubs without any elective office. Okay, and take part in registration, promotion, or management not involving the holding of elective office of a cooperative society substantially for the benefit of government servants registered under the Cooperative Societies Act or any other law for the time being in force. So, as a government servant, he may help register or manage a cooperative society without holding elective office. So, without any previous sanction from the government, he can do all of these, provided that he shall discontinue taking part in activities, if so directed by the government, and in a case falling under Clause D or Clause E of the sub-rule, his official duties shall not suffer thereby, and he shall, within a period of 1 month of his taking part in such activity, report to the government giving details of the nature of his participation. Means a government servant must stop any permitted activity if directed by the government and ensure official duties are not affected. Okay, suffered thereby should not be affected. Report participation in specified societies within 1 month. Okay. Every government servant shall report to the government if any member of his family is engaged in trade or business or owns or manages insurance company or commission agency. Means as a government servant you need to disclose family member business or insurance or commission agencies to the government. Unless otherwise provided by general or special orders of the government, no government servant may accept any fee for any work done by him for any private or public body or any private person without the sanction of the prescribed authority. Means, as a government servant, you need to obtain prior permission before accepting any fee from the outside work. Explanation: the term fee used here shall have the meaning assigned to it in Fundamental Rule 9. Here, fee means the payment other than the government salary, like honorarium, lecture fees, etc. 15A. Subletting and vacation of government accommodation. So, what is meant by subletting? Let us see in these points. Save as otherwise provided in any other law for the time being in force, no government servant shall sublet, lease, or otherwise allow occupation by any other person of the government accommodation which has been allotted to him. Subletting means a government servant cannot rent or lease or allow others to occupy the government accommodation given to him. That is known as subletting. Okay. He cannot rent, lease, or allow others to occupy the government accommodation. A government servant shall, after cancellation of the allotment of the government accommodation, vacate the same within the time limit prescribed by the allotting authority. If the government cancels the allotment, employee must vacate the house within the prescribed time limit by the allotting authority. Okay.